Meta, the company that owns and was formerly called Facebook, is doomed for bankruptcy if it continues down its current path. And sadly, there's only one man who can change Meta's future, and that is Mark the Lizard Man Zuckerberg. Over the last year, Meta's stock has lost 75% of its value, which is unheard of for the company that used to be considered the safe tech stock. Just in the last week alone, after a disastrous earnings call, Meta's stock dropped 35% as investors ran for the door after Meta announced its revenue had slowed from digital advertising and it expects to drop more in the future. Now, some may say, so what? Everything is down in the economy. However, Meta is a cornerstone of the American stock market, and it set itself up for disaster of its own making. There are three main reasons Meta is doomed, so let's go over them, starting with the biggest. Meta started out with one product, Facebook. Now, Facebook was the social media platform that revolutionized social media. It wasn't the first by far, however, it took over, and back in the early 2010s, if you didn't have a Facebook, that was just plain weird. But much like any social media site, they all fade with time. MySpace was top dog before Facebook took over and is now non-existent. In Facebook's credit, it has stayed relevant and profitable much longer than MySpace. However, based on their own data they have released, they know that their longtime users are leaving and younger people under the age of 25 don't seem to have much interest in the platform. Now, the company Meta has known this for a while, which is why they have pivoted away from Facebook. The company's biggest investment to date has been in VR technology. Meta bought a VR company named Oculus in 2014 for $2 billion, and since then has spent $36 billion on its VR world called the Metaverse. Zuckerberg and Meta team know that their cash cow Facebook is doomed in the long run, and they are desperately trying to create a new must-use social media platform in the metaverse. The problem with the metaverse is that it is an absolute garbage fest. On the screen is a picture of Zuckerberg's avatar in the metaverse, and next to it is a Me avatar from the Nintendo Wii. Nintendo spent hundreds of millions of dollars in 2011 to develop the same technology that the metaverse created in 2022 for $36 billion. The metaverse features are far behind what every gaming company has created almost a decade ago. Now, in fairness, the metaverse did get upgraded graphics and the addition of legs to its avatars a few months ago. However, they had to fake it using pre-rendered footage since the technology wasn't ready yet. It's hard for me to state just how bad the metaverse really is. Now, I firmly believe that VR tech is the future, but the metaverse is way too lame and probably too early for this tech to go fully mainstream. Now, let's take a look at Meta's original dying platform, Facebook. For years, that platform was a cash cow making billions a quarter selling digital ads on its platform. With the decreased use as older people stop using the platform and younger people have no interest in it, the advertising money they can make from it is slowly dying off. Now, of course, Meta will still be able to sell ads and make billions on Facebook probably for the next decade at least, but everyone, including the leadership at Meta, knows it will have diminishing returns going forward. With global inflation and fears of a recession, companies are choosing to spend less and less on digital marketing, which only hastens the downfall of Facebook as its entire revenue stream is based off of selling ads. On top of all of that, Apple made big changes to privacy controls with its iPhone, which has made it near impossible for Facebook to track user data who use the social media platform on Apple devices. Now, needless to say, the Facebook platform is in deep crap, and at the moment is Meta's main source of income. It will most likely be years, if ever, before the metaverse has any chance of becoming a cash cow for the company, and Meta's stock will continue to hurt until it does. Now, sadly, investors of Meta don't have much say in how the company is run. They can't force Zuckerberg out because when the Meta company was created, it was done so in a very shrewd way to make sure that Mark always has control of the company. Investors buy into Meta stock, which is designated Class A stock, while Zuckerberg owns most of the Class B stock, which holds the voting power of the company. So ultimately, even if people want Meta to stop spending billions on the metaverse and focus on their other products like Facebook and Instagram, they can't really do anything about it. All the power in the company is left in the hands of the lizard man and whatever plans his reptilian brain comes up with.